Are you somebody that's always taking imperfect action? Or are you somebody that's sitting there right now waiting for the perfect moment? Time's never going to be perfect, dude. Guys, my life has been a series of imperfect actions all strung together. If you look back at it, it is so messy. It is a hot mess that's been duct taped and strung together and over here and over there and downs and ups and medium ups. But you know what? Net, because I've consistently taken imperfect action over and over and over, even though I've gotten some bumps and some bruises and some scars and I've lost money here and I've gone in debt here, net, I'm winning the freaking game. I've lost just like everybody else. I lost $50,000 as a 24-year-old kid in the stock market because I didn't know what I was doing and I got my ass handed to me, betting on one stock without doing my research. I lost, I don't know how many $1,000s buying a townhome I should have never bought because I thought you just needed to buy real estate, didn't know how to find a good deal, didn't worry that much about cash flow, didn't really think about appreciation and depreciation and all the other things and finding a good tenant. And I had to evict 2 people and we lost money on the deal. Guys, I went $60,000 in debt learning this shit. But I always take imperfect action. You know what? You might lose some of them, but you're gonna win a lot more. And that's why I've won big. The wins that I've had have been so much bigger than the losses that it is so worth it. And I got bigger losses coming and I sure as hell have bigger wins coming. I promise you that. Sometimes when it wasn't perfect for me, when I was sitting there going, maybe I should wait. And I didn't, and it paid off big. And I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of imperfect action. Number 1, starting into this business, y'all. You know when I started into Rank and Rent? You know when I got into it? About the worst time I possibly could have. 6 years ago, I was a door-to-door salesman. I was making my money, walking around literally in random neighborhoods, pitching home security systems to randos, getting called the F word, getting spit on, getting the police called on me. I got a gun pulled on me in Joplin, Missouri. And I made my money April, May, June, July, and August. That's when I made my money. I had this window of time to make money for my family. And after that, it was closed. I was working a seasonal job. I just had this burning in my bosom, this burning in my belly that I needed to start. And I had a pregnant wife that was living back in Utah. I was in Alabama. I was knocking doors and every part of me was like, dude, you need to just wait and you need to focus on your sales job and you need to wait and do this when you get back home. But for whatever reason, I just knew I needed to send it, guys. And I didn't have the money to get into the program. I had to get on some freaking payment plan with the dude and ended up paying a couple extra $1,000. But I did it and I got started. Guys, the schedule was terrible. I was knocking doors 2 to 9. I would get off. I'd go pick up everyone from my car that was out in their neighborhoods. I would pick up Chipotle, come shower, eat, lay on my stomach on my 13-inch 2013 MacBook Air, and I was building my first websites for 2-3 hours a night. That's how I started. The timing was terrible. The timing was not perfect at all. And you could have argued that, hey, you should just focus on your sales and you could do that later, but it was not perfect. And it came to me and I felt like I needed to do it and I freaking made it work. And I've made millions and millions of dollars because of that decision. Launching my program. Many of you don't know this, but I launched it back in 2021, the end of 2021. Go look at the worst time to do business. Go look at the worst month to do these kind of businesses. All the advice that I got from my friends that have these kind of businesses that were like, yeah, don't do it on holidays. That's the only thing. And if you can, don't do it in December. Don't do it like around Thanksgiving or Christmas. Guys, I launched my thing in December. You could have argued and said, Nick, you're an idiot. Why don't you wait till the spring so that your students can get more leads, so they can have more success, so that you can use that to sell more people? And you know what? I sat there and I contemplated that and I said, if I don't go for it right now, I will never go for it. I have to go for it. And so what did I do? I went in and I announced, I said, hey, I'm gonna be launching something. Go check this out. Got a bunch of people on a Zoom call and I went and pre-sold it and I forced myself to do it. My family went to Disneyland. I missed the trip. I said, hey, I have to launch this today. My wife said, why don't you launch it next week? I said, I gotta launch it today. If I don't launch it today, I'm never gonna launch it. I launched it according to everyone else at the very worst time ever. And guess what? I sent it. I took imperfect action. I didn't have all the answers. I didn't have all the pieces. I didn't have someone coaching me. I didn't have a partner. I just took action. One more example, launching this show. For a while, I talked about it. Hey, we should have this show. We should talk about digital real estate. We should answer questions. We can come and talk about niches. We can talk about all these different things. And I sat there and for a couple Mondays, a couple weeks in a row, I'm like, hey, I need to spend some time. I need to strategize. And maybe I need to get a couple episodes in the can and all this different stuff. And then finally, one day I said, if I don't do it today, I'm never going to do it. And I launched the show, and I launched that show 25 weeks ago, and we're cranking and we're banking. And you know what? There's been a couple weeks when it's like, damn, I got no internet, or damn, I'm in the jungle, but you know what? I'm consistently showing up for the show, and I can guarantee if I hadn't done it then, I'd still be sitting there with an idea, but I didn't. There is a reason why I have the phrase money loves speed written all over everywhere, on my shirts, on my hats, on my hoodies. It's because money loves speed. Imperfect action is the game. And I promise you, yes, you are going to lose some because you're, oh, I just moved too fast. Guys, I understand that. There's people, there's business owners, I've moved through my funnel too fast, but I still will sit here and tell you that net, I'm winning because I push, because I'm taking imperfect action, because I'm doing it now, not waiting for the perfect time. Money loves speed.